joining me now to discuss the financial impacts of these cancellations on investors is sports administrator and a financial analyst, Yemi Idowu. Thank you for joining us on TVC News.
Thank you.
I wonder what kind of weekend you had, seeing all of these cancellations,
Yes.
no EPL, all of it. What's your reaction to this, especially looking at the financial impact? According to reports, the German Bundesliga faces potential 770 million euros loss because of coronavirus.
Yes. Well, I've had an interesting weekend.
Okay.
And it is very clear that we have a window now in Nigeria to decide which way to go. On the issue of the financial impact, you have to say what would be the cost if these steps were not taken.
All right.
And so they have taken a cost-benefit analysis of the situation, and they've made a decision that the cost is worth making. What's the value of a life at the end of the day? So in Nigeria, we're just behind the curve. So people are saying nothing, it's not here, it's not going to affect us. I think it's just total rubbish.
Really?
Yeah.
Talk to us about how it's going to impact Nigeria.
Well, at the end of the day, the question is, if you look at the way the pandemic is going to play out, is a function of how your medical and your health system will cope with the effect of the coronavirus. So if you catch the virus, you'll be ill. And some people get complications arising from this virus. And if you have a good medical and a health system, you'll be able to cope with it. And the few acute illnesses could perhaps be treated very well. In Nigeria, I'm not so sure we're in that situation. And also, the biggest threat we have right now is our medical staff and personnel who are exposed at the front lines. I'll just make one quick point. The government is doing the best it can, but the population needs to respond appropriately. One of the things over this weekend, because I've been engaging with stakeholders, is that there's too much misinformation. So, and I would very much appreciate if perhaps we change the narrative and maybe focus on the correct information. So the government has got the correct information out there, but the social media influencers need to pass that information and stop passing misinformation.
They need to come out to play their role because, like the minister said this afternoon, it involves everyone.
Everybody.
But then let's get back to the business on the ground, which has to do with sports. We see that even the Minister for Sports is moving across the country, trying to create awareness for the sporting activity that should come up soon within the country. And one wonders, should we toe the line of, saying that, no, we have to put a hold to this activity, or like every other sporting activity is being, cancelled? Is that the line we should toe?
My personal opinion is I think the event should be cancelled. The National Sports Festival should be cancelled. That is my opinion. The sports minister can have his own opinion. I mean, I've spoken to quite a few people this weekend, but my opinion, and I'm just one of many people, and everybody can have their own opinion, but my opinion is that the event should be cancelled. Because, well, here, can you catch the rain? I mean, fine, in a normal situation, you can put out medical personnel there, you can try and wash your hands, you can do everything you want.
That's not enough.
But that's not enough. If I have an airbag and I have a brake in my car, I will not drive at 200 kilometers an hour. So when you know there's a potential problem, avoid it. Why are you trying to say, I'm putting more personnel there, I'm putting soap, I'm putting water? Why not just avoid it? If I tell you you have 5% chance of dying, you will not take it. So for the sake of the children who are exposed, I think they should cancel the event. That's my personal opinion. And if it is not done, if at the end of the day nothing happens, well, okay, fine. But my personal opinion is that he should cancel it. And I'm going to, once I finish, I'm going to speak to him about it.
All right, but then when you look at for the 2020 Olympics, the Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe is saying we will continue with preparations for the Olympics, because a whole lot of persons have also come out to say that, you know what, cancel this, looking at the way the coronavirus is spreading. Are you also saying that for the Olympics as well, we should cancel?
There is a curve. it's a statistical, presentation that shows that if you quarantine for 14 days, you have a better chance of avoiding your position on the curve being a pandemic. Yeah. We're past that stage now. It has escaped, it's out there. They will be okay in Japan, but the people coming to Japan by that time will be behind the curve. So my opinion again for Japan is that they will have to cancel the Olympics. They can keep pretending that they can do it.
So the same scenario plays out in Nigeria.
Yes.
We may not have the cases much, but then
yes.
just to take precaution.
Yes.
That's
yes.
what it is.
Yeah, there is a curve. So if you have someone at this point of a curve and he's on the way down, he can make a decision. But the people who are coming, who are going to be at that point of the curve, perhaps they're not going to be, able to cope with the effect of the pandemic.
All right, Yemi Idowu, thank you for speaking with us.
Thank you.